All right. I don't know if anyone is here. I don't think so. It's just 0 up at the top there. But yeah, well, it's LCS Day, or almost was LCS Day for me today. It's about 11:45 here in the evening, so it's almost midnight, going on to Sunday, so it's not LCS Day anymore. But I did go to hey, Grayman, you're here as usual. I can always count on you. I got a bit of a cold going on, but I thought I'd do this short stream instead of filming a video showing my comics from LCS Day. And thought I might get someone in here to hang out a bit. And you're here. I can start off by showing, I've showed this comic before, but I had a friend of mine here in Stockholm doing a press on it. I picked up this Spindleman Spider-Man ASM 300 Swedish version at a flea market earlier this year, and it had a huge spine roll. So now it almost looks brand new. I had him doing a press on it, and it looks absolutely beautiful now. So I actually invested in a top loader, which I've never done before. But I invested in a top loader to have it in because I thought I'd take extra good care of this one because I probably won't fork out on getting the American version because first of all, I'm not like a huge Spider-Man collector, and second of all, I mean, I'd rather spend my money on other books than getting like one big book that I'll probably just look at anyway. I did read this one before I got it fixed with the spine roll, so yeah. All in all, I'm fine with it. It looks really good. It'll probably go in my cupboard up there with the got the Immortal Hulk first appearance up there, and I got my other key book from Lady Phantom, the limited variant. So it'll probably go in there. I even got that's book number 2 of Batman Damned I got in there. The one that I won from I can't actually sing that one because you know what, I don't really think it was different from the American one. I think if I remember correctly, we did have the American song on it, but then everything else was translated. I think the rest of it, I mean, the talk and all that was translated into Danish or Swedish. For me, it was Danish when I was a kid, but yeah, I mean, yeah, as I said, I have my Batman Damned that I won from Wee Clore last year. I think it was in his. Was it in his Christmas competition or was it for Halloween? And he made a small remark on it. So yeah. But for my LCS Day pickups, I basically picked up one other thing than my normal pull list because, as I usually say, I don't just buy things for buying them anymore. I buy the things that I want. Well, actually, I bought 2 things except for my normal haul. I picked up this one as well. It's always pick up free stuff. Spotlight, Marvel Spotlight. It'll probably make me pre-order something else. Yeah, it could be something like that. Spindleman, Spindleman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we had any special tune. I can't remember, to be honest. I mean, it's so many years ago, and I don't think actually they were showing that much Spider-Man when I was a kid on TV. Yeah, I don't remember that anyway. I think the first ones that I really remember that I got into watching was like I think mid 80s, maybe beginning of 80s, mid 80s. We got Sky Channel and Super Channel, which was 2, I think, UK channels, wasn't it? Sky Channel and Super Channel. And Sky Channel was showing cartoons every Saturday and Sunday morning. And I got into watching Transformers, G.I. Joe, Brave Star, all those kind of things. So yeah, that's the first ones I really got into watching of the American cartoons. Next up, I had to pick up one of the LCS Day specials, and I picked up The Walking Dead, the Alien one shot. This is apparently a comic that was just recent. Well, until today, it was just an online comic book, like a spin-off of The Walking Dead called The Alien. I don't know anything about it. I have not read it yet. But yeah, out of the different LCS Day comics they had, I thought this was the most interesting. They had an Absolute Carnage one, but since I'm picking up the regular Absolute Carnage one, I didn't want to just spend extra money on getting. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, this damn cold. I mean, I don't know why I'm getting a cold. I just got over one a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm getting a new one. I don't like that. But yeah, Walking Dead, the Alien, and this is quite a thick book. It's one of these square bound, I think you call them. So yeah, pretty nice. The other thing I picked up that was outside of my pull list was I picked up one of these blind bags because they have 50% on back issues, and 50% of back issues means that they will go down to about $2.50, $3 over here. Yeah, I picked up one of these blind bags from The Walking Dead 15. Was it? Yeah, 15 years anniversary. They only had one left, and that was issue 108, and that's the I think the first appearance of what's he called? King Ezekiel, and that's basically the one I had when I picked up from the first time they had these blind bags. The one I got before was I got the black and white one, and now I picked up this was the color one. So I was hoping to get maybe the Virgin variant, but yeah, I got the color one. I don't mind. I mean, for that price, it's okay. But yeah, I didn't really pick up anything else aside of my pull list. As I said, I don't need a lot of comics that I'll probably just look at and never read. Yeah. Onto my pull list. I try and pull most of the stuff that's from DC Black Label. I know that I missed some of it, but I really wish that the previous catalog would have a special section for Black Label stuff, so it would be easier to figure out what is Black Label and what's not, or maybe even mark it somehow on the previous catalog that it's a Black Label release. But yeah, I picked up the Dollhouse Family issue number 1. I recently just read this one, which was the one that was out a couple of weeks ago. Basket Full of Heads. Loved that one. So yeah, looking forward to reading the Dollhouse Family as well. I think it's supposed to be like a 6 or 7 issue miniseries. See if I like the artwork of them, but yeah, picked up that one. Another one from my pull list. This one is issue 4 of, I think, if I'm not all wrong, 4 or 5. It's Gwenpool Strikes Back. I love Gwenpool. You know, I love Deadpool, and Gwenpool she's a little bit like Deadpool, but basically Gwenpool is a normal human being that ended up in one of the Marvel universes, and she became Gwenpool, and she's quite fun. Last year I bought the full run of, or the only run that she's had before this, and I love that. This series is quite fun as well. It's just easy reading. It's nothing like you have to think too much about the story. You just have a good laugh. But yeah, picked up that one. I think that ends next month with issue number 5. Picked up issue number 1 of Deadpool as well, of course. A new series out. New writer, new artist. First appearance of the King of Monsters. I have not heard good stuff about this one. And I'm a big Deadpool fan. Apparently, people think there's too much dialogue in here. Too much dialogue for Deadpool. Oh, Gwenpool is in here as well. I'll show you here. That's Gwenpool showing up in Deadpool first issue of the new run. But yeah, I'll give the first 2 or 3 issues a read, basically to see if I like it. I'll probably end up picking up anyway because I'll try and pick up everything I can of Deadpool. But I'm really hoping it'll be as good as the Scotty Young run that has just ended, because that was awesome. I know you'll never get close to Daniel Way's Deadpool, but yeah, I'll give it a try. I think it's I've got to watch out for the if there's any females watching this video, because yeah, the writer is Kelly Thompson, and I've not heard good stuff about it. I'm not saying that a woman can't write Deadpool. I'm just saying that I've not heard good stuff about it. But I'll give it a read, and I'll probably give a short review in one of my next videos to tell you if I like it. Picked up. This is from this Absolute Carnage run that's ending. I think it's ending this month, actually. This is probably the last few pieces of it. Absolute Carnage, Captain Marvel #1. This is supposed to be quite a fun read. I've not read this one yet. I'm still a little bit behind on reading my comics because I have so much to do at work, but I try and catch up. I've been doing some catch up tonight. Hey, Rayman, how are you doing? Just showing off my LCS Day comics. Yeah, nothing really special or interesting that I picked up, but basically just some pull list stuff. Absolute Carnage #5. This is the last issue in this series. I did think they were going to do a Young Guns cover for each one of them. I have the Young Guns covers for the other ones, but or at least for some of them, but yeah, not for this one. But this is the last issue in this 5-issue miniseries, and I think the whole Absolute Carnage event is ending with this. And to be honest, I mean, I've really enjoyed it. I've been reading all the tie-ins and all the issues, and it's been really, really good. Good stories, good artwork, and so it's been a good run, but it's just been killing my pull list. I mean, every time I've gone to pick up my stuff, I've had so many issues to pick up because there's been so many tie-ins. Yeah, it is a cool cover, this one. I do like that. So yeah, I think this is the last drop of it, and then that's over and done with. Then there is a new series starting called something with Scream, which is one of the other symbiotes or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, there's another run starting now in the end of this month. I say beginning of December, and I've put that on my pull list because I quite like this symbiote stuff. So yeah, next one is issue #5 of the History of the Marvel Universe. This is another series I've been enjoying. I think this has got like one issue left, issue number 6. And I quite enjoyed this because I'll show you some of the artwork in here. It's kind of like this 80s, 90s artwork in the comic, and all of the comics has got like this at the back with like background stories to some of the characters and explanation of different events and stuff like that. So yeah, me being a new collector, like started a couple of years ago collecting comics. This is quite interesting for me to read, and I've learned quite a lot from them. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this run. Oh, this might be one I would pick up probably. The Rise of Kylo Ren. No idea when is this coming out. December 2019. Yeah, I do like Kylo Ren. I'm kind of looking forward to the last Star Wars. It's kind of the way that I'm looking forward to it, and in two different ways. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like if what's his name, J.J. Abrams is going to be able to pick it up again and and do something decent with it. Since Johnson messed it up completely with the last one, and looking forward to it in a way that I'm kind of happy this is ending. Yeah, last one until the next trilogy. I know, but I'm kind of happy that this is ending now. 9 movies, and that's it for the Skywalker saga at least. And then they can go on to do something else. I don't mind them doing something else. I just think it's time to leave this now and let it be, and let it be it. So I really hope it's going to go out well, and it's going to end up in a good way, not like episode 8. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to go and see it. Got the tickets booked already with some of my colleagues at work, so we're going to go on the Friday just before Christmas to see it. And last one I picked up is one of the premium format books from DC Black Label. This is The Question, The Death of Vic Sage. And that's one I'm really, really looking forward to reading. I might do a read of this tomorrow. It's Jeff Lemire and Bill Sienkiewicz. That name, I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. Sienkiewicz, I think it's supposed to be pronounced, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, this looks absolutely phenomenal. And I think this is, if I'm not all wrong, this is like 5 or 6 issues maybe, or is it 3 issues? I don't know. They do different. Most of the Black Label stuff has been 3 issues. But yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. So yeah, basically that's what I picked up today. Didn't really pick up, as I said, anything else apart from my pull list, because I think it's Christmas soon. I don't want to just go out and spend a lot of money on things that yeah, this is a new series. Again, this is this is the Black Label series, and they pick up different characters. Like they've recently done the Joker Killer Smile. They've done Harleen. They've done Harleen and Joker Criminal Sanity. So they're picking up different characters from the DC universe and doing like a short run of them in this premium format. And someone was commenting on my Instagram the other day that these are not real comics because of the format. And I was like, well, the comic, a comic is not the format, just because, as you see, these are like bigger than a normal issue. The comic is the medium. A comic is the medium, like printed paper with drawn material on, panels and text. So yeah, this is as much a comic as the other one, if you ask me. I grew up reading Asterix and Lucky Luke and Tintin and all that kind of stuff, and they're all these premium format books. So this is the kind of comic that I'm used to from when I was a kid. Yeah, I know. Gotta save up for your present. No, but well, talking about presents, I'm basically saving up to get my kids presents. Yeah, and maybe even get myself a small present of some kind. I don't know, but basically the kids are my main concern. They should get their Christmas presents. They're really looking forward to it. We're going to Denmark this year to visit my parents for Christmas. Price comparable to the normal books. I don't actually know what they're priced at. I think, well, they are a little bit more expensive than a normal book. I'll have a look. They're $6.99. These, and they're 17 plus of ages. These, but love the artwork in here. I think it's that guy Sienkiewicz. He's done the inks in this one. Pencils done by Denise Cowan, and writers Jeff Lemire. No, it's actually, these are square bound books. Again, they got more pages. Let's see. It doesn't have page numbers on. But yeah, our next one comes out January 15th, 3 days after my birthday. So that'll be my birthday present, getting book number 2. So yeah, they're a little bit thicker than a normal comic book. They're a little bit bigger, and I kind of like them. They're the same size as Batman Damned. If you've seen the Batman Damned books, they're the same size. So unfortunately, you can't keep them in a normal box. I got mine standing over there next to my lamp over there. So yeah, but I like the format, and I like that it's like a bigger format and stuff like that. And I like the more adult theme of the Black Label books. So yeah, basically this is definitely one of the things that you can't show on YouTube anymore with the new rules, and that's why we all marked our channels 18 plus, because even though we show comic books, some of them are not for kids, and these are the ones 17 plus. Batman Damned, I think, was 18 plus. So yeah, but they've had some hits, they've had some misses. I mean, Batman Damned was a hit. The Harleen book is definitely a hit for me. I really like Harley Quinn, and I think it's a great take on the backstory of her. The Harley Quinn and Joker Criminal Insanity has started off quite well as well. Superman Year One was okay for the first book, then it kind of just went like a flat line after that, and nothing really happened. Yeah, we are in an awkward position, being 18 plus, and still, I mean, most people, when they think of comic books, they think we're actually talking about that today in my LCS, because I picked up 15 issues of Donald Duck as well for my daughter, because she's really into reading Donald Duck at the moment, and she's just reading through them, and she's read them like 400 times, the ones she's had, and they basically have them for like 25 cents each. So I picked up like a whole stack of Donald Duck for her, so she'll be happy with that. But yeah, we were talking about this whole thing with comic books and people thinking comic books are for kids. Because sometimes, I mean, when you tell people that you collect comic books, they go, well, they always go, are you collecting Donald Duck? And I'm like, no, I'm not collecting Donald Duck. And I'm collecting like Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Batman, Superman, Captain America, Avengers, Deadpool, and stuff like that. And then over here, people don't take that good care of the comics in Sweden. That's why when you go to flea markets and stuff like that, you get poor quality of comics. So people think you're really weird when you pull out a book like this that's in bag and board. They go, why do you keep it like this? And I go, well, it's because you want to take good care of your books, because I mean they're not cheap. For me, a book like this is one of the as I said, one of the LCS Day variants. It's $6 in the US, but since these were kind of limited, my comic shop had them marked at $12. So they're not cheap. And a regular comic like this is between $5 and $6 here in Sweden. So you want to take good care of your comics, and but yeah, over here it's not really that normal for, well, it is. Well, obviously there is comic shops and there is comics for adults, but people don't really talk about collecting comics the way that you do in the US, or maybe even in the UK. I don't know, but yeah, there is definitely. I know Bob's Comics like showing these comics with the ladies on, like Tomb Raider and stuff like that. And of course, there is the Vampirella covers. They're not really for kids either. And then, as I said, these Hill House Comics, DC Black Label, they're definitely not for kids either. They are definitely, well, this one says 17 plus as well, because they are quite graphic, these books. So definitely not something that you show for kids. But I mean, all in all, I mean, as some people have been saying, it's going to be really hard to a big responsibility of this is going to be on the parents as well, because not most, but some parents, they just leave their kids with YouTube, and all you have to do is press a button saying, yeah, I'm 18 or over. Just like if you go on any gaming site, or like casino games or something like that, or you go on a site showing adult videos, then all you have to do is press, agree, I'm 18 or over, and no one is going to see that you might be just 13 or 12, 10 years old. But what can you do? I mean, you can't really. You can only do so much to protect yourself. As I said, what I will do in my normal videos is, from now on, I will say in the beginning that this content is made for 18 or over, and in that way, I think I protect myself. Or I've done what I can do to show that this is not for kids. But yeah, again, you can't really keep kids from watching it if they want to watch it. And then again, as I said, the responsibility is most of the time on the parents, if you ask me. I mean, I'm very strict with what my kids are allowed to watch on YouTube. I usually, if I hear something from their iPads that I don't think is appropriate, I'll usually go and well, I do that every time they watch something. I just have a look at what they're watching, and I know they're both into these. There's a Swedish couple, a guy and a girl, and they do they both have each their gaming channel, and they do gaming videos together as well with Minecraft and Roblox and stuff like that. So that's basically what they watch, and I'm fine with that. There's not really there's not any swearing and or any foul language or stuff like that. So, but I know the guy, he does sometimes do other video game streams, and I have sometimes had to tell my son that you can't watch this one, but you can watch that one with him. And he's fine with that, and they know that I keep track of what they do. These iPads, yeah, it's not a good time for the community right now. But I think I know. I mean, some people have deleted their channels completely. I was on the way to delete my channel, and but then I thought what I'd do instead is that because I don't want to be responsible for what I've done in the past, I've put all my previous videos on private, so they're not available anymore. And then I'm just starting over fresh, because then I know what I put out from now on is gonna follow the guidelines. Because yeah, I mean, I think I think that would probably be a good idea, Gray Man, doing a video on comic collecting in the cover age, because again, it's a medium that's available to so many people, and no, you can't go through them all, and that's what I was thinking, because I've had videos where I've been filming outside on the streets, and uh, or maybe small videos that I've done at a Comic Con or something like that, and I didn't want to sit and go through each one of them thinking, oh, is this one appropriate for kids, and is it for adults, or do I have kids in this video, so comments will be shut down for that video. So I just bulked it and just said, I'll shut down every video from before today, and then I'll start a fresh one with the video I did the other day. I'll start a fresh channel, and I'll do my videos once in a while. I don't do that many videos anymore, because I just don't have the time anymore, and all that after work. So I get a mate to be the YouTube police for every comic and throw in child and adult, and telling me off. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think that for those of us who are not making big money on YouTube, I don't think, well, I don't make any money at all. I mean, I got 244 subscribers, I think it is. I'm not looking to get like 1,000 subscribers. I'm not working towards getting monetized. If I did end up with a 1,000 subscriber count, I'll probably end up with that at the time when you're supposed to have 10,000 subscribers to be monetized, and you're supposed to have like I don't know how many hours of watch time, and because the thing is, I mean, they've been upping this all the time with how you should get monetized, because in the beginning you had to have like, I think, 100 subscribers to get monetized, but then they upped it to 1,000. So it's just been made harder and harder all the time to get monetized. And yeah, a few dollars. I mean, I don't think even I don't know how much people make from doing videos. I mean, I know Don the Comic Book Junkie, he was quite open with what he made, and he said like maybe once a year he would get a check from YouTube. That was like, I think he said $300 or something like that, and it's not a lot of money. I mean, it'll come down to about $25 a month, and I think for that, yeah, exactly. As I said, they kept putting it up, this monetizing thing, um, and but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really bother monetizing anyway. I mean, I have a job where I make good money and can pay for myself. I don't need the YouTube money, but I think us smaller channels, we shouldn't really worry too much about it. I think when you come to the channels that you'll see within 10 minutes have like 10,000s of views, you can start thinking that this is widespread. I mean, there's such a huge audience for it that oh, you're still unemployed. Yeah, I can understand you want to make a few dollars. Then I don't blame you. Uh, is it really tough getting a job in the UK? Because I remember when I lived in the UK, it was basically, I mean, there was a it was easy to get a job in the UK, but it might have become like over here, because over here it has become harder as well, because everybody wants someone who's, I mean, as I usually say, uh, you're 20 years old, you're looking for your first job, and they want someone with 30 years of experience. Uh, so it's getting harder to get jobs over here as well. I've been really lucky, and that's because I have the language. I speak Danish, and it's in big demand up here for Danish speakers. And in the kind of business that I'm in, I work, as I said in the other video, I work as an IT technician. So it's it's really easy to get a job as a Danish speaker. So yeah, I've been lucky enough to work my way up, where I make a really good salary now, and can pay for myself without worrying. I don't make an awful lot of money, but I make enough to have a comfortable life, and that's what it's all about for me. Um, but yeah, as I said, with the YouTube, I'm not interested in making money, and I'm not too worried about it. I won't try and lure kids into watching stuff that they shouldn't watch. I'm not going to be that type of person, but I mean, I know that I take my precautions. As I said, I'm going to say that it's for 18 or over, and then what more can you do? Uh, I did the same job for 28 years. I think the longest I've been at a job was the job that I just left now to go to this one. I was there for 5.5, almost 6 years. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, it's a long way. Where do you actually live in the US, Rayman? Yeah, work from home. I mean, that would probably be doable. I mean, I know that my job. I mean, I can work from home sometimes if I really need to. I can bring my computer home and I can sit here and work, no problem. Because the things that I do sometimes it's not required for me to sit in the office and be available there. I can sit here and I will be undisturbed. Um, and I can do my work more efficiently here. Oh, Massachusetts. I'm trying to think. That's on the East Coast, isn't it? I'm so bad with geography in the U.S. Just as bad as the Americans is with geography in Europe. I'm bad with that over there. I basically know where New York is, where Los Angeles is, and where Denver is. Denver because I'm a Denver Broncos fan, and New York and Los Angeles. That's because the ones we know. But apart from that, anything in between, I wouldn't know right or left, basically. Oh yeah, Massachusetts. That's up. Boston. Yeah, Boston is Massachusetts. Yeah. I watch I follow a channel on YouTube from around Boston area somewhere. What's it called? It's called the Comic Book Palace, which is like they do like a not a documentary. It's more like a vlog. They film within the comic shop and they talk to the customers and talk to the guy who owns the shop, and it's quite fun. It's quite fun to watch. Don't know if it's anywhere where you live, but I know it's up in Massachusetts because I recognize that Boston accent, and he doesn't say books, he say books. I like that book. I like the book. And hey, Boy7 is here. Matt, welcome. We're just talking shit here about all the copper thing and talking work, and we're talking where people are from. I know you're from El Paso. I couldn't put that on the map either. We're just talking about the only places I know where I can place on a map in the US is New York, Denver, and Los Angeles. But yeah, I couldn't place El Paso anywhere. I think that's somewhere almost in the middle, isn't it? No, more like middle towards the East Coast is Texas, isn't it? I'm not sure. Yeah, El Paso is the best. The only thing I know about El Paso is because yes, southwest middle. The only thing I know about El Paso is from what's his name, Gabriel Iglesias. He talks about that Chico's Tacos in El Paso. That's the only thing I know about El Paso, apart from you being there. Yeah, there is some. Isn't there some comic book that's? Yeah, Chico's Tacos. Yeah, there is some comic book that's set in El Paso. I think that. But yeah, I was showing off some comic books. I picked up. It's LCS Day today. I don't know if you've been to LCS today, but I picked up the Walking Dead one shot. They did the Alien. So yeah, found that quite interesting. I'll show you my. You've probably seen it on Instagram. My Spindleman ASM 300. Got it back from being pressed. I'll take out the top loader so you can see the spine now it's all flat now. So yeah, got that back today from my friend who's done the pressing on it. Did a really good job. So I'm really happy with that. So I invested in a top loader for it to take good care of it. Picked up one of these blind bags because they had half price on bag issues. Yeah, it's a really nice cover. It is a really nice cover. Picked up one of these Walking Dead blind bags. I was hoping to get the Virgin variant, but I got like the normal color variant of first appearance of Ezekiel, issue 108. I'll go through them again just to have something to show. Picked up my issue number 5 of History of the Marvel Universe. I can really recommend this if you guys are not reading this. As I said before, when Greyman was here, I said because I'm a new collector, I don't know a lot of the backgrounds for the characters. and this has got some beautiful. Let's see if we can find a good panel, like 80s, 90s style artwork in here, and in the back they have all these like the history of the Marvel universe with different characters, the backstories, and how they became, and all this kind of thing. So yeah, this is really interesting for me to read. I've really been enjoying this miniseries. I think it's ending with the next issue, but really been enjoying this. So if you're none of you are new collectors, I know that. I know Greyman has been collecting for years, and even you, Matt, has been collecting for years. Don't know about Rayman, but I think Rayman has got his he's got his amount of comic books, at least from what I've seen in your flea market hauls. And picked up Absolute Carnage number 5. Looking forward to reading the end of this. It's been such a good run, but I'm kind of glad it's ending because it's been killing my pull list. Basically, I've been picking up stacks of book every time. Absolute Carnage, Captain Marvel tie-in. That's one thing I was thinking about. No, I don't. I know they don't have a long shelf life, but for me, at least, I'll get some kind of idea. I mean, because like you mentioned, Blue Beetle now. I have no idea about Blue Beetle or what he is, and there's so many characters that come up in talks everywhere, and I don't know who they are because I came in so late in collecting. In 1970, I wasn't even born then. I'm born in 73. But yeah, what I wanted to say is one shots. Can they stop doing an issue 1 up here? I don't mind when it's tie-in. Well, mind. Uh, um, uh, I don't know why they put issue number 1 up there, because it's a one shot. Of course, it's going to be issue number 1. I would rather they made some kind of symbol for being a one shot, because sometimes, again, in the previous catalog, when I go through that online, you can't really see if it's a one shot or if it's a new series starting. And for me, that's quite important because I have to pre-order the ones that I want. So I have to pre-order stuff. No, exactly. It doesn't need a number. It doesn't need a number if it's one of one. But yeah, it's hard for me to know. I picked up Deadpool number 1. I saw that what's his name, Comic Geek McD, he picked up all the variants of this one. I've heard really bad stories about this. That is not really that good. So I'm kind of dreading to read it, but I'll probably continue picking it up just because it's Deadpool, and I'll pick up anything Deadpool. Anything Deadpool is my kind of book. So yeah, you knew I'd get that one. And as I say, anything Deadpool, I'll pick it up if I see it. So yeah, I'll probably continue picking it up, whether it's good or not, just because it's Deadpool. And yeah, I had hopes for my Deadpool collection this year. I was going to finish off. Well, I completed the run that's just ended basically, but which was I think there was 8 or something like that, and basically the run that was before that, I wanted to complete that this year, but I've got nowhere near. I think I picked up one of the books this year, and I'm still missing about 10 books of that run to complete it. Yeah, picked up Gwenpool issue number 4 of 5, I think it is. Gwenpool, I love. this is not really a serious comic book, but I love it. It's fun to read. Gwenpool is good stuff. She's got the same kind of humor as Deadpool. So, and the Dollhouse family of the Hill House Comics Black Label stuff. So yeah, that was my pickups for today. Yeah, I bet there are good times for comics, because I mean, now I think I don't pick up older comic books, basically because an old comic book over here would set me back about $8-9. Whether it's a key issue, well, key issues would be more obviously, but a normal issue of a run would set me back $8 or $9 here in Sweden. So I can't go there. There is nothing called 50-cent bins over here, and dollar bins or stuff like that. There is occasionally, and yeah, but if I compare the old books to the new books, the old books were more about story, and they were more relying more on the story than it is now. Now it's more about the artwork, the covers, and the first appearances. I mean, but back then it was more about the story, I think. Yeah, we should definitely meet up, go for a hunt if I come. I'm planning to sometime next year. I know I'm going in September next year. I'm going to London, but that's for a wedding. A friend of mine is getting married, and I'm going to his wedding. So I don't know how much time I will have there, but I've been talking with another friend of mine about going in March, maybe to London for a few days. So yeah, we could definitely meet up and go for a hunt. We'll find some good stores to go to. God, that damn cold is setting in. Gotta get a cheeseburger and fries and a drink for $100. I still have money left over for a comic book. Yeah, you won't do that now. It's amazing how the prices have gone up for comic books. And I know I can feel it over here, because I mean, even over here the prices go up for the comic books. And as I say, comic like this one, The Question, yeah, I picked this up today as well. The premium format books will set me back about $10, even though it's about $7 in the US. It'll set me back about $10 over here. So what was I going to say? I can't remember now. I was going to say something about those premium format books. But yeah, well, have I got anything else to show? I've got stuff lying around here for a package I'm trying to put together for someone. I don't really want to show that because if that person sees the video. No, I haven't read that one yet. The Question. I'm thinking I'm going to give that a read tomorrow. Tomorrow is one of those days where I don't have anything to do at all and nothing planned, nothing that I need to do. I can just sit down and read comics and or watch movies or listen to music or whatever I want to do. So I'm probably going to give that a read tomorrow, because I've been looking forward to that. As I was saying, I love that Sienkiewicz, Bill Sienkiewicz, I think that's what he's called. He's in on this one. Did the cover art for it, and yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, I have a few of these premium format books that I need to read. I need to read the Joker Killer Smile as well. No, that's all right. I mean, That's right. Go live. I mean, I'll go off soon as well. I'll probably pop into your show and be, join you there for a while and talk shit. Because I really, well, it's late here, but I don't have to get up in the morning and do anything. And I know if I go and lie down, I'll just start coughing. So, but yeah, we should probably wrap it up here then. If you're leaving, and yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I can do that. I'll probably pop in for a while and be on with you. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here then. Thanks for joining, guys, and I'll do another live stream one of these days, and in a couple of weeks. Probably do something every couple of weeks when I don't have my kids. So yeah. But thanks for dropping by, and thanks for chatting and hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time.